How to save $10,000 in 1 year, the psychological effects of debt, and how to overcome them. Point 1. The psychological effects of debt. Let's dive in. Debt isn't just about numbers on a paper. It's a psychological game that messes with your mental peace. When you're buried in student loans, credit card debt, or any other form of financial obligation, it feels like there's this invisible weight pressing on your chest, doesn't it? You open your bank account, and it's like you're staring at a mountain that seems impossible to climb. This constant worry can take a toll on your mental health, leading to anxiety, stress, and even depression. You're not just paying off debt, you're paying the emotional cost too. So what do? Well, it starts with recognizing how debt affects you psychologically. Acknowledge the weight, because when you confront it, you can start taking back control. Now let's talk about how to shift your mindset and tackle this head-on. Point 2, the power of your mindset, shifting from I'm stuck to I can do this. Now if you're thinking, but this feels like an impossible mountain to climb, trust me, I get it. That feeling of being stuck, like you can never make a dent in your debt, is real. But here's the truth. The biggest hurdle is your mindset. When you think of debt as an insurmountable force, you feel powerless. But what if you could see it differently? Change your perspective. Instead of seeing debt as a weight holding you back, see it as a challenge that you are fully capable of overcoming. The moment you shift from I'm stuck to I can do this, you take the first powerful step toward breaking free. You've got to understand that you are in control of this situation, and that change begins with your attitude. Point 3, set clear, achievable goals. Now let's get into the action steps. If you're thinking about saving $10,000, you need a roadmap. You wouldn't go on a road trip without a map, right? So why would you try to save without clear, measurable goals? Start by breaking down that $10,000 goal into smaller, more manageable chunks. If you're aiming for $10,000 in 12 months, that's about $833 per month. But let's break it down even further. Can you save $200 a week? Can you start with $100 this week and build from there? These smaller goals will feel more achievable, and over time, they'll compound into your larger goal. The key is to make these goals clear and actionable. Write them down, track your progress, and celebrate the small wins along the way. You'll be surprised how much motivation you get from simply seeing progress. Point 4, automate your savings. Set it and forget it. Here's where things get seriously easy. If you want to save consistently, you've got to set it and forget it. Automate your savings. Set up an automatic transfer the day you get paid so that a portion of your income goes directly into your savings account. This takes the guesswork and the temptation to spend out of the equation. But here's the catch. You can't ignore your debt. While you're automating your savings, you've got to automate your debt payments too. Consistency is key. Pay down your debt while you're saving, and you'll start seeing both balances, savings and debt, slowly but surely move in the right direction. Trust me, once you get this rhythm down, you'll feel a lot less stressed. Point 5, stay consistent. The power of tiny habits. Here's where we talk about consistency. Now this part is tough. It's easy to get motivated for the first few weeks, but what happens after that? The key is tiny habits. Instead of thinking you have to make a massive sacrifice to save $10,000, focus on making small, consistent changes. These habits can include skipping 1 or 2 meals out each week, picking up a side hustle, or cutting down on unnecessary subscriptions. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Think of this as building momentum. The more consistent you are, the more progress you'll see, and the easier it will be to stay on track. And here's the kicker. This consistency doesn't just apply to saving, it applies to your mental state too. By staying consistent, you'll start feeling more in control of your financial situation, and that's when the magic happens. Point 6, shift from scarcity to abundance. How to make money work for you. Now we've talked about the challenges and strategies, but let's get to the real game changer. You know how most people think of money as something scarce, right? Like it's this resource that's just never enough? That's a mindset of lack, and it's a major roadblock to financial freedom. But what if you could flip the script? What if you could look at money as an abundant resource? This is about shifting your perspective from scarcity to abundance. When you focus on what you can do with the money you have, instead of stressing over what you don't have, that's when you start unlocking new opportunities. Look for ways to invest in yourself, build new skills, and generate new income streams. The more you focus on what's possible, the more abundance will come your way. Don't let the scarcity mindset keep you trapped in debt. Shift your thinking and the opportunities will flow. Point 7, the power of your future self. Why it's all worth it. I know we've covered a lot, but here's the most important part. Imagine your future self, the version of you who has paid off debt, saved $10,000, and is living a financially free life. How does that feel? What's different about your life? If you can hold that vision of your future self, you'll have all the motivation you need to keep going. The sacrifices you make today, whether it's skipping a dinner out or cutting back on certain expenses, are investments in your future self. And trust me, that future version of you is worth every single sacrifice. So what's the next step for you? Are you ready to stop living paycheck to paycheck? Ready to start saving and paying down your debt with confidence? Let's talk about how you can take action right now. If you're ready to take control of your finances and start saving $10,000 while crushing your debt, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more tips and strategies to help you live a wealthy life. Your journey to financial freedom starts today with just one small step. Let's make it count. Drop a comment below and tell me what the first step is that you're going to take to overcome your debt and start building your savings.